Congratulations, girlfriend. You made it through 2021 and you should be proud of yourself because I know that it was a tough year and you did your best. And so now it's time to just reset everything for 2022. If you are not the type who believes in New Year's resolution because you know that you will not stick to them, then I want to share another perspective with you. I hope that you already did a review of what happened in your business in 2021, that you went through your analytics and your data to understand what has worked for you and what you should improve. And what I don't want you to do in 2022 is carrying limiting beliefs and poor mindsets. So in this episode, I will share with you 5 things that you should stop doing in order to be more successful in your business this year. So let's dive into it. Welcome to this new episode of Her Online Business Podcast, the podcast for ambitious expat girl bosses and digital nomads. My name is Adama and my mission is to help you build a business that serves your life and not the other way around, have more freedom, work smarter while making a positive impact. If you are in the process of rebranding your business, then I want you to get my free Brand Your Socials course, where you will get a free training on personal branding, as well as a brand board template and 7-day content ideas PDF to help you actually take action and create content right now and have your own personal content strategy. It is completely free and you can get it via the link in the description of this episode. So pause this episode right now and download your free course. All right, so the first thing I want you to stop doing in 2022 is comparing yourself. You know what they say, you should never compare your first year with somebody's 20th year because they acquire 20 years of experience while you are just starting. Obviously, the first year, you are going to make mistakes, you are going to have a huge learning curve because you are doing something completely new, which is starting your own business. So you should be gentle with yourself and be careful when you start comparing yourself to what you see on the internet and on social media and all the successful business entrepreneurs that you see out there. And you're like, I'm never going to get to this point. They are so far ahead of me, because you should remember that even through successful people, they had to start somewhere someday, you know? And I think it's super important to also keep that in mind. When you see somebody who is doing what you want to do, it's easy to get envious and be like, okay, this is impossible to achieve, you know? Remember that comparison is the thief of joy. And what is important is the journey, the process that you are taking, and not the final destination, because every time you reach a specific goal in your business, then you will set another one and then another one and another one, etc. You should never think that once you reach, I don't know, maybe 10K month in your business, then that's it. Because you will actually have to set new goals and think about what are you going to do right now with this 10K and how are you actually going to make sure that it wasn't just a one-shot kind of thing and that it's something that you can actually achieve consistently every month. So that's why this is something I want you to remember, just to enjoy the journey, to be kind with yourself and be proud of yourself for trying and for taking action every single day to achieve the life that you want. The second thing that you should stop doing in 2022 is playing it small and safe. So I know what you're thinking. You are a completely new entrepreneur on social media. Nobody knows you. You're not even sure if your expertise is sought after. And so you're like, okay, I will just, show up a little bit and offer some services, but for a low price entry because you're not confident about how you can help your client. In 2022, we are not doing that anymore. So I want you to be realistic, but also to aim big and have confidence that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. When you play too safe and you don't take the required risk in your business, then you will not see as much growth as you want. You are not going to learn as fast as you want. And something that also I like to say is that you should fail fast in order to succeed. And so the more you try things, the more you take risk, especially when you are in your first years of business, the more likely you are to actually improve and learn from them. So it's important that you take every single failure as a lesson, because it's only a failure if you decide to stop right there and be like, this is too hard, I'm just gonna quit. So this year, I want you to set up a goal that you know is achievable if you implement the right strategy, and that scares you also a little bit. Because if you have this little fear in you, then it means that one, it's important to you. And second, you still think that it's kind of crazy if you achieve it. But you know that if you stay consistent and have a clear strategy in place, then you can actually achieve this goal. I want you to keep this goal in mind. Write it on a post-it, put it on your fridge, put it on your mirror, like everywhere you can actually see it to remind yourself of why you are doing the things you're doing. You know, what are you working for? Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. And in order to keep yourself accountable, you can write it in the comments of this video. So just tell me what is the goal that you can realistically achieve this year and that will make a huge impact in your life and in your business. The third thing that you should stop doing is selling yourself short. So it is linked to the previous one, but here I want to emphasize on the fact that you should stop having tiny prices because you don't believe in your expertise and you feel like just because you are a new entrepreneur, you cannot charge for what your services are actually worth. So I want you to start showing up on social media as the expert that you already are. Talk about your expertise more, share valuable content, because that's also how you are going to get more confident. And seeing people actually telling you that your content was super helpful, that they didn't think about this particular topic this way and they got results because they followed your tips and so on. This will help you build the confidence that you need and realize that you actually know what you are talking about. And it's only by practicing that you will get to this point of knowing that, okay, this is the prices that I've decided to set because this is what my expertise is worth and I'm gonna stick with it and only focus on my ideal clients, and so people who can afford my services and also realize the value in them. So it is time to review your biography on social media. If it wasn't clear before, if you just put your hobbies and not really what is your expertise and you are too afraid of saying people what you're actually doing, then it's time to change that and actually step up as the expert that you are. It's like when you applied for a job and going for an interview, you are more likely to be hired if you show confidence, if you are able to talk about your expertise and tell the future employer why they should hire you. So it's the same thing when you have your own business and you are looking for new clients. You have to be confident in yourself, because if you're not confident in yourself, why should anybody trust you? So this is the first step that you need in order to be able to show up and build the relationship that you want with your audience and potential clients. The fourth thing that we are not doing in 2022 is scrolling and procrastinating. So with all the social media platforms out there, it's really hard to stay focused because you get notifications all the time. Once you're logged into one of these platforms, you just start scrolling and scrolling because that's how they are built. They are built to make you stay on there and keep scrolling because you want to see more content and so on. So this year, I want you to stop scrolling on social media just to scroll. Because first of all, this will help you stop comparing yourself to other people. And second, you will stop procrastinating on your business and actually take action. So instead of scrolling and just consuming content for the sake of it, I want you to consume this content with an intention to actually learn from it, learn the patterns, and get some inspiration to create your own content. This is basically like doing market research and competitor analysis, and it is important that you actually start doing this for your business. If you feel stuck, you have to objectively look at what is working and how you can implement it in your own content strategy. And finally, the last thing I want you to stop doing this year is fearing of being judged. So this year, I challenge you to show your face more. And this is a challenge that I'm doing myself. That's why I turned my podcast into a video podcast. I want you to find your own challenge. What is something that you didn't do last year that you know you should be doing this year? So is it creating more short videos for Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts? Is it going live? Is it creating your YouTube channel? I want you to challenge yourself to consistently doing something this year that you didn't do last year, and you know that this could have a huge impact for your business, but also in the way you show up and the confidence that you have. One of the reasons why we fear being judged so much is because of our ego. We feel like everybody's watching us. The thing is that nobody cares about us. Your ideal client doesn't actually care about you. I know it sounds harsh, but the truth is that they care about themselves the same way you care about yourself and the perception that people have of you. So what they care about is actually their own problems, their own issues, and how your services can help them solve that. So that's why it doesn't matter if you show up just like as yourself and in your PJ or without makeup. People don't actually care about that. They care about the value that you are giving. They care about your vibe, your personality, how they feel about you. And that's it. The more authentic you are, the more personable you are, the more likely you are to connect with your ideal client without faking it. And I know that you think also, but what if I get negative comments? What if people don't like me, etc.? And I want you to know that even if you have haters, even if you have people who don't like you, for one person who just didn't like you, you will have 10 more who actually needed to see your content and who need to hear from you right now. And you should focus on these 10 people, not on the one negative comment that you get. So I hope you are excited for this year and that you are ready to turn your business around. And if that is the case, make sure to grab my free Brand Your Socials course right now. Is going to be super helpful for you if you are trying to rebrand your business and see what is working, what is not working, learn more about personal branding, and actually have also content ideas that works for any niche. Then this course is for you and it's completely free. You can grab it via the link in the description of this episode. And yes, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments, among the 5 things that I shared with you today, what is the number 1 that you will stop doing right now? Okay? And with that said, I wish you a nice and productive week, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.